I'm Eddie Smith, and this is Speed World. All right, everybody, welcome to Monday night. Monday nights from here on out are the 87 cars, and tonight, you see it on the screen, we're at Darlington, South Carolina for what should be a wild race in these old cars. I'm excited. I'm Eddie Smith on the Rebel Racing Network as we get ready to see these guys take on this track that's too tough to tame. And we're calling this the Bulldozer Griff 100. 67 laps at Darlington Raceway. It is going to be a wild one. Normally we're racing the track, but tonight, or racing each other, but tonight we're racing the track. So very, very excited to get this going. We are qualifying is starting to wrap up soon, and we are going to get right into the action right as it gets going. So really excited to be here tonight. I've loved the hell out of this series so far. Last week was first week at Daytona was really good. Last week at Atlanta, a lot of cautions, a lot of guys struggling with the race car. And tonight, you know what, I hate to give predictions and even pessimistic ones, but I think tonight Darlington's going to win. I think that's who's going to be the winner. I'm going to go ahead and predict that tonight, and I think she's going to win. So. Well, we'll go ahead and look at the track info. Lady in Black, that's what they call it, the track too tough to tame. It's a 1.366 mile oval. You see the banking there, not that much, but, you know, we're racing on a little bit different track than what they did back in the day, but that's okay. She's still as tough as she was back then as she is now. You see the race wins. David Pearson with 10. What an incredible career he had. But we have just a little bit of time left in qualifying, about 5 minutes. So we'll kind of talk about, you know, what's going on so far and what the drivers can expect tonight. You know, what I really love about this is that I didn't have to change the weather graphic at all, because we all Original Rebels, they run the same weather at almost every track. So temperature is 65 degrees, partly cloudy. Who knows? It's dark. It's cloudy, clear. Who knows? Winds north 2 miles an hour. They never change. That'll throw up a couple windmills here. Should be able to get a constant stream of wind. Humidity 55%. Who cares? It's night time at Darlington. So let's get ready to get some racing in. I'm so excited as we are just waiting on qualifying to finish up right now. Let's go ahead and bring up this tower. Give you a little cheat sheet, a little head of the game on the grid. Who is on top right now? Zach Wilson with a slim margin over Zach Whitstein in the number 4 car by 2 1,000ths of a second. That would also be known as 2 200ths of a second, not 1,000ths. Mississippi education here, y'all, but that's why we're broadcasting on Original Rebels and not doing something else. We'll see if anybody's still left on the track. Looks like we have Steve Loving, Ryan Derrick still to put down their laps, so definitely a couple drivers who could make some noise up front, and we'll see what they're able to do. But before we go to grid, let's go ahead and get a commercial break out of the way as we go ahead and get that. That way we're not having to stop in the middle of the race. And what a quick caution break that was. We have about 2 minutes left. So let's talk about a little bit about what happened last race. We had a great race. There was a lot of cautions, but there was a few, a few good green flag laps where we saw um, Jonah Colbert, Garrett Kinder, Justin Hendry, Brandon Wallace there at the end, really fighting it out to try to get that victory. Um, but Jonah Colbert was able to come back and get that win. So, but we have a lot of drivers here tonight that weren't here last week. So we'll be really excited to see who can step up and challenge Jonah and Garrett and Justin. Guys like Zach Wilson, Zach Whitstein, Andrew Kurtz was really fast last week as well. So we'll see if they're able to make any noise here, or if everybody's just going to be praying that they make it to the end with all of their right side on. So about a minute left. They'll start gridding up. Let's go ahead and get our logo for the race up. Oh, look, there's Seth Griff himself on the bulldozer. We, like I said, this race called the Bulldozer Griff 100, and there he is right there, just cleaning house. So hopefully, hopefully that doesn't happen in the race tonight. We'll we will definitely see for sure. But I do love this track. This is a track that I never can feel comfortable at in any car, really. A lot of tracks you go to it and you're like, yeah, I've got it figured out. But here is one of those that you really have to put a lot of effort in and put a lot of time in. So hopefully these guys have spent some time this week practicing and put in some work just to be able to feel comfortable and turn laps without slamming off the wall, slamming into each other. It's going to require a lot of sportsmanship, as these guys are going to have to give and take all night long. Somebody gets into your inside. These cars just slide around way too much, especially early on, to try to take it too wide in these turns. So um, it'll be interesting to see. We're gonna have to see what the towards the end of the race. It's all bets are off. We'll go 3 wide if we have to. So let's go ahead and get this grid up and let's see what we're looking at. On the pole, Zach Wilson was able to hold off. Front row, Zach Wilson, Zach Wetstein. We got the Zach and Zach show on the front row. Second row is Andy Kurtz and Jonah Colbert. Our last week's winner starting fourth. Garrett Kinder starting fifth with Jason Lottridge to his outside. Ryan Pendleton, Ryan Derrick, the Ryan and Ryan show. My goodness, what's going on? Brandon and Brandon on the next row. This is crazy. Michael Morrison, Ray Page, starting 12th. Matt Clemon, Todd Schott starting 13, 14. Todd Schott with a nice paint scheme this week. Really excited to see what he did on track. William Griffin, Phil Hitman Monzo, our fearless leader in this series. Steve Loving, Josh Smith, Josh Oswalt, Eric Burkhalter, Kyle Roberts, Gene Watkinson. A healthy 22 car field. Expect nothing less out of this group. So as we're getting ready to get this thing going. Pace car is having trouble cranking up. Zach Wilson's going to have to get up there and give him a little bit of a bump. But here we are. We're rolling. We're getting ready to go. As we already have what I show a crash. Let's go back and look and see what happened. Looks like we probably had somebody sleeping on the start. You see Zach Wetstein gets a little bit loose. Yeah, a little bit of bumper cars right there. But I am looking forward to see if these guys can put on a show this week. Some really cool paint schemes. That Wrangler Chevy Monte Carlo with the number pushed back. Looks like, or just the Wrangler pushed forward, one of the two. But how this race will play out will definitely, we'll definitely know in a couple laps. I would imagine so. Coming around turns 3 and 4, pace car is off, and we are getting ready to go green for the I don't even what's the Bulldozer Griff 100. My goodness, forgot what the name of the race is, but we are green as Zach Wilson is going to start our race and go down, get a little bit of an advantage as Andrew Kurtz may make it to the inside. He doesn't, so we are clear right now. Zach Wilson taking the early lead. And I'm looking at my event viewer. I got one eye poked on it, just watching for some red. So far, Andrew Kurtz gets into the wall just a little bit. Ray Page looks like he has crashed. We're still under green, though, so my goodness, we've made it almost a full lap. I can't believe it. Guys are really being patient. And we did it. Oh, no, we barely made the first lap, and caution is out. Wow, there's a lot of red over here. Let's go back and look, see what happened. That's not what happened. Come on, the SDK, show me the replay. Do we go down? We see Todd Schott get into the wall there. It spins out. And just collects a few cars. Looks like Eric Burkhalter was the one that was collected there. You see a bumper sliding across there. Somebody picked that up. Oh, it's going out in front of the track. Some official's going to have to go pick that up for sure. So a tough night for Todd Schott already. Just gets into the wall. The lady in black claims her first victim. And Eric Burkhalter sort of just an innocent bystander there. We're under our first caution on lap 1. Zach Wilson did cross the line and start lap 2, so we'll say it was lap 2. We made it a full lap before we had a caution. And so we'll rack them back up and get them back going. We got a couple guys on pit road. Ryan Derrick electing to come down. Brandon Pollock and also Kyle Roberts. None of them seem like they were in any kind of accident. So in this series, they have one fast repair and unlimited tires. It's more of a in between a fun and a serious type series. So we'll give you a bunch of tires and tell you to go, and you're going to need them tonight. I talked to a driver before the race, and a fuel run is right at the end of the race, so you can almost make it on fuel. However, you won't make it 50 laps on tires. You would have to be driving around, driving Miss Daisy to be able to save tires. One fella I talked to, 2% after 50 laps on the right front. So you stay out too long, you take too many chances trying to make it on fuel, you may end up in the wall with a blown right front tire. That can happen in iRacing. So lights are out on the pace car. We got the 1 to green. Zach Wilson still out front. Gonna be able to control the restart this time, as Zach Wettstein is not gonna be able to get as close as he did before. Zach's gonna have a pretty good jump. Tire spin. These cars do not seem to spin at all. You'd have to basically dump the clutch to get the tires to spin here. So I would imagine he's going to get a good launch, and hopefully we can get some green flag laps here to get this sorted out, see who can make some moves. Josh Oswald already showing up 7 positions, so some guys already on the move. Hopefully get some green flag laps and try to get see who came prepared tonight. His pace car is off. Zach Wilson with a great restart, but that Zach Wettstein actually did a really good job of timing that. They both kind of get off to a really good gap as we check and see if everybody can make it through clear. Look at us, too wide going in the corner, but still able to, as the number 19 of Matt Clement going around the outside of, and he does get the wall a little bit. Very dangerous trying to take that around on the outside of turn 2. You pretty much have to diamond that corner, so got a little bit of damage that's going to hurt him. Maybe not too bad. We got somebody on the apron here trying to make a pass. Looks like William Griffith himself in that number 12 machine, trying to take it on the apron, not able to make that pass. But so far we've made it 1 lap already, no cautions, and that's fantastic. The Legend Series could never make it more than 2 laps. Let's see if we can make it 3. As we watch William Griffith try to make some moves. put a little. We'll go on board since we've got a little bit green flag action. Let's show off some of these cameras that we have. Check in on Josh Oswalt. See what he looks like. Look at, he's got a big old smile on his face. He can't believe it. He's like, man, I love these cars. Got his goggles on. He's so excited. Up 8 positions from where he started. Looking out the back for Josh Smith is there. Getting some green flags, laps in. Let's look out the front, kind of watch a lap as he is, you can tell, is Matt Clement in the wall again. Is he going to be able to save it? Matt, save it. Save it. He does spin out, but he's able to get it wrapped up. The fan's spinning. He looks like he's starting to sweat down there in his feet. So we stay green. Fantastic. Love Darlington. Let's go back on board with Josh Oswalt. We watch and see someone who's on the move, what they're doing. And I missed the pass for the lead, but that's okay. You see he's off the gas, just taking his time, really cranking that wheel. He's trying to make some moves to get this number 17 car out up to the front. Check in on Zach Wilson. Looks like he had a little bit of an issue because he dropped back 2 spots. Let's try to see if we can catch this pass. Let's go back the. Oh, we see. Oh, wow. Zach Wilson gets completely sideways, reminiscent of Garrett Kinder last week. Almost wrecking, but was able to save it. However, it's going to cost him the lead as now Zach has taken over that spot. So new leader Zach Wettstein and Jonah Colbert, though, last week's winner, right on his back bumper in the JC Race Graphics 31 machine. Lumina, not a Ford. It looks like it's on a Ford body, but he's got that bad boy painted up as a Chevy Lumina. A really good looking car. Zach Wettstein in the wall is, you know what? I need to get back on live TV. Definitely a broadcaster here tonight. As we watch the battle for first place as these guys are right over on top of each other. Really good battle for the lead. As they have kind of pulled a gap on third place to Andy Kurtz. He's about 2 seconds back from these guys. So taking advantage of a little misfortune from Zach Wilson, who was the pole sitter. Zach Wilson's dropped back to 4th place. And I believe we've run probably equal or just as many green flag laps as we ran all of last week. So, man, I'm so proud and so thankful for these guys that came prepared and are taking it easy. As we go back through the field, check on Ryan Pendleton as he tries to make up some ground. He's got William Griffith behind him. He's trying to make a move on Michael Morrison, but just so tough. And Michael Morrison's going to get in the wall. The broadcast curse is going to hit as Ryan Pendleton takes a little bit of a door slam after Michael Morrison gets into the wall. That's going to allow Seth Griffin to get beside him. We've got a battle up here. Look at this, side by side into the corner. Josh Smith, Josh Oswalt fighting for position. This is for 8th place. These are our biggest movers as Josh Smith is going to take that position in that Busch 47 Monte Carlo SS. And he sets his sights on Brandon Wallace, who is having a great run in 7th place. But Josh Smith, the two Joshes on the move as they have been both 10 spots so far. So, oh, and my goodness, Brandon Wallace off the pace by a mile. Josh Smith having to take evasive action to get around him. Makes it clean, no contact. Let's see. Josh Oswalt, Ryan Pendleton can take advantage of that as well. Go check in on the front. Don't want to miss another pass for the lead, but it looks like it's kind of holding steady. And we'll go back here to this battle that we were watching as Brandon Wallace starting to fade a little bit. May have a little bit of damage or just needs time to kind of catch his breath. Man, what a great show these guys are putting on right now as Brandon Wallace almost gets in the wall, has to check up, and he's going to lose even more spots. So Brandon Wallace was running 7th, back to 13th. Tough last few laps for him. seems like he's starting to get it reeled back in. Go check in with Kyle Roberts, see what he's up to. He made a pit stop on that first caution. New tires may not have really been that important there, but he did take them, and he's up 3 spots from where he started, so he is making up some ground. So we go back to this group of cars. We kind of focus in on Josh Oswald. It's Ryan Pendleton trying to make up. He lost a couple spots from where he started and just not able to get there, as he's going to fall back towards William Griffith, try to get it reset and get back up there and challenge Josh for the 8th position. Man, these guys are doing a great job coming across for lap 18 as last week we were just caution after caution, but man, these guys are driving with a whole lot of using all their brains this week and are just making sure that they race the track, being very respectful and trying to give a lot of give and take, as Ryan Pendleton closes in on Josh Oswald again, trying to make another charge at it. Let's go on board with him. Well, we're under our second caution. I don't really know what happened. Let's go back and look and see what this shows us anything. And that's not what we want. This is really all I have on the event viewer. Gene Watkinson trying to look like he was trying to get on pit road and just didn't make it. But I'm not really sure where the caution came from. I don't see any incidents. I didn't see anything pop up, so not really sure what happened. But here come our leaders down pit road as they are coming in to get their 4 tires. 20 laps is enough. As we said earlier, 50 laps and your right front's basically gone. So leader's going to come down pit road, get 4 fresh tires, and get back out there. Man, they're doing a great job. Only 2 cautions in 21 laps here at Darlington in these cars. I was not expecting this, so we'll watch the 2 leaders and see if anybody's able to win a battle off pit road. 4 tires will be the call. 2 tires will be folly. I think that would be a dubious thing to do. I don't think anybody will make that call, as we've got 3 crew members out there. 1 guy changing both tires, 1 guy operating the jack, and then 1 guy with that squeegee thing that I'm not really sure does anything. Jonah Colbert gets going. Zach Wettstein coming out as well, but it looks like Zach is going to win the battle off pit road. Matt Clement comes out behind them. Zach Wilson, our pole sitter, is behind him. Looks like Matt Clement's going to the back. I'm not sure if he sped or what's going on. But we are under our second caution. Been great racing so far. A lot of guys making a lot of moves. The 2 Joshes have been up quite a bit from where they started. Looked like Josh Oswald started to fade just a little bit as Ryan Pendleton, William Griffith, a couple of those guys were trying to run him down, and Ryan was trying to put a move on him before that caution came out. So having to use up quite a bit of stuff to get up that far. So now they'll be equalized. They'll have brand new tires and be able to try to make a charge to the front of this field as I'm sure Zach Wilson's glad to have this caution as well. We do have one faster pair, so these guys who have bounced it off the walls able to go in there, get it fixed. Zach Wilson being one of them, so I expect to see him in this mix for the lead, as it was Zach and Jonah for quite a few laps there. With the lights still on the pace car, let's take a break and let's go to commercial, our last one of the race, and we'll be done after this. But let's go get a message from our sponsors.
The Monte Carlo SS of NASCAR champion Dale Earnhardt uses just one make of tire, the Goodyear Racing Eagle. And every Monte Carlo SS leaves Chevrolet with just one make of tire, the Goodyear Eagle GT Street Radial. Not by coincidence, because Goodyear makes better high-performance tires for the track and for the street. Goodyear Eagles, they'll take you home the quick way or to the winner's circle. Goodyear, take me home.
And all right, we're back. Very quick commercials as we got the one to go back green. I'm expecting these guys to start to pick up the pace. The race is not very long, only 67 laps, and we're on lap 23 coming to 24. So if you're going to get yourself in position to win this race, it's going to have to start now. You're not going to be able to wait. So you're going to have to manage that aggressiveness as we see everybody gotten real tight. We're still doing double file restarts. Zach Wettstein gets a great jump along with Zach Wilson, able to clear Jonah Colbert going into the first turn. Everybody being real smart, taking their time. Zach Wilson has a really nice run off that turn, able to close in on Zach Wettstein as we have a four-way battle here for the lead. Like Hitman Monzo had an issue, but we stay green. That's one thing I love about Darlington is that you could have some incidents and stuff and the caution won't come out. You see Jonah Colbert dangerously close to that outside wall. Zach Wettstein's trying to pull away just a little bit. Jonah Colbert trying to find a way around Zach. Let's go back in the field. Let's check some racing. Let's see what these guys are up to. Jason Lottridge trying to, looks like he got passed by Josh Smith. Josh Smith on the move. That's my guy to watch right now. He's been one of the best on the track. Not as good as maybe as the front two or three, but definitely fast enough and making good moves, making that car work. So Josh Smith on his way up towards the front as we see, looks like Gene Watkinson down on the bottom. Still having his issues. But great battles all over. Let's look at William Griffith as he is, Ryan Pendleton's trying to work on him. Let's watch from Ray Page's in-car camera. Let's see what this battle looks like as they are fighting, trying to get inside the top 10. You can hear that tire scrub as he's trying to get this car pointed, using the apron a little bit to get down there and try to get the car to turn and not be so tight. These guys are really fighting these cars, trying to get them around this track, trying to make passes. Oh, Ray Page is getting the broadcast curse. Sorry, Ray Page, that's my fault. I will get off of you right now. We'll go back up to the front, see what we got going on. As Zach Wettstein is still in the lead, no change up front as they are trying. Like I said, most of it's just racing the track, and if the guy in front of you hits the wall, that's when you kind of strike. It is dangerous to make a move, but Jonah Colbert trying to get the run off the corner, gonna peek to the inside, try to figure out a way to get around Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, we got a caution out. Looks like Like Todd Schott had some sort of issue. Todd Schott's just not having the best race so far. Got into the wall. Looks like he may have gotten a little bit of help from the, I think a 7 car of Brian Derrick. Just a little bit of help as Kyle Roberts comes flying in. Gets a little tag. As we are now under our 3rd caution. As the race has been relatively clean. That, it looked really close to net code. We're not going to go back and, surgically think about it too much, but looked like it was just a racing incident. It's here we come down pit road again. Just not that many laps on the tires, but every lap matters here. They just eat them up. So. I'll be curious if anybody decides to stay out. We've got a couple guys still on the track. They may go in next lap, but I'd be interested to see if anybody takes that gamble and tries to stay out and get that track position as we watch the pit stops for the front runners. See if anything changes on pit road. Right sides go down. Look like we've got a couple 2-tire and Zach Wilson out of the 4-tire stops. Zach Wilson's going to win the battle off pit road. William Griffith comes out ahead of the whole group, taking 2 tires, trying to take an advantage, get that track position. I'm going to be excited to see how that works. If you're Zach Wetstein, Zach Wilson, Jonah Colbert, you're not too happy about that. Because now, assuming all these fellers stay out and don't come down pit road, I would imagine Todd Schott's going to have to come down and get some of that damage fixed along with Hitman Monzo, who is a lap down. Jason Lottridge may be staying out trying to get that track position. But if you're Zach Wilson, Jonah Colbert, Zach Wetstein, this is not what you want to see because you're going to have to pass these guys on the track. While we're under caution, let's bring up the schedule and let's kind of look and see what we've got, where we've been, where we're going. And you can see the races on Monday nights. Practice opens up at 9:15 Eastern. You see the one fast repair, unlimited tires, no ride rating cap, and fixed setups, of course. And we're at Darlington. We're going to North Wilkesboro next week, which that'll be so much fun. Talladega Super Speedway. I'm not a huge fan of plate races, but I tell you what, no plate on these cars. Super Speedway racing is a blast in these. You really have to drive the car. It is not just a draft fest. Draft is important, but you have to drive it. You have to make smart decisions. You have to save tires. And Talladega is a much wider track than Daytona, and these guys really can put on a show. So I'm extremely, extremely excited about that. We head to Charlotte, Pocono, Dover, Michigan, Rockingham. All of them are going to put on a fantastic show in these cars. These cars were built for those tracks. Pocono would be one that I'm interested in seeing. But all the rest of them really make me wish I was out there sometimes. So, but if I was out there, I wouldn't be able to broadcast these guys and their awesome abilities. As we got the 1 to green, we do see that Jason Lottridge stayed out, and so did Todd Schatz. Todd Schatz, the one who brought out the caution by getting tags. Got a little bit of damage, but he's going to stay out and take that track position and see what he's got. Aero not that important, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Look, he scraped across his roof, but pace car comes off. Jason Lottridge with control of the race. Gets a good jump out of the corner. That's a really smart move. Try to get away from these 4 tires. Zach Wilson is all over the back bumper of Todd Schatz, who did not get a great start. Todd Schatz really holding up that that outside lane. Just did not go at all. Gets a little bump into the corner by Zach Wilson. And blinks out for a time. So Zach Wilson really lost out on that deal as Todd Schott's way off the pace. But let's go back to the lead as we got a new leader, Jason Lottridge. William Griffith trying to run him down. The cars look a lot different. Jason's looks really clean. Griff's is a little beat up, but both of them seem to have plenty of speed. As Jason Lottridge stayed out, William Griffith with 2 tires, and here's your 4-tire group right here. Ryan Pendleton takes 2 tires as well. Zach Wettstein and Jonah Colbert, Andy Kurtz, all with 4 tires, and Zach Wilson back there who just kind of got bottled up a little bit as they try to make their way. As Jason Lottridge looks like he just lets Griff go down on the apron. So William Griffith out to the lead, up 14 spots from where he started. Our league commissioner getting himself some TV time out front, getting that point for lap led, as we got a great battle here for 3rd place, as it is really bottled up, and Josh Oswald is going for a spin, bounces it off the inside wall. We stay green. He does get it back going. Let's go back to the front. Let's watch these guys as man, they're putting on a hell of a show. Ryan Pendleton not giving up to these 4 tires, gets a great run off the corner, able to hold off Zach for the moment at least. What a great battle here. These guys are putting on a show. This is fantastic. So much better than last week, as Jonah Colbert's going to try to take advantage of this. Oh, as Zach Wettstein gets into the wall. Claps it going into the corner, but keeps it going. Still on the outside of Jonah. Not going to give up the position, as you can tell his car is a little bit hurt. Seems like he's going to have to get it wrapped up, as Zach Wilson's coming around to the outside of Andrew Kurtz, backs out of it. Man, these guys are putting on a show. This is awesome. I'm getting a little too excited as I watch these guys. You know, you would think in Atlanta, we'd be a little bit cleaner, but I guess Darlington just demands that amount of respect, that these guys are really being patient and being smart and are putting on a fantastic show, as Ryan Pendleton goes down to block Jonah Colbert. He's like, well, I got somebody in front of me, and Ryan's going to run into the back of Jason Lottridge, push him up the track. He stays out of the wall. Ryan going to the inside as he's got his sights on the lead. Jonah Colbert going to follow him. Jason Lottridge has to let out, loses a lot of momentum as he's going to get taken by 3 cars. Oh my gosh, Jonah Colbert just plows into the back of Ryan Pendleton, but they keep it going. My goodness. Oh, and the caution comes out. Looks like we have a spin. Josh Smith looks like he goes around. Oh, it looks like the number 7 car maybe got off the brake. Seeing all that action, decided to check up, and Josh Smith was all over him, had nowhere to go. 71 car just piles in at the end there. Eric Burkhalter, Kyle Roberts, oh, poor thing. He's spinning back out to the inside wall. So, man, what a fantastic race. It's a bummer that caution came out, because I wanted to see what these guys are going to do as they were racing their guts out. But our leader is still William Griffith. Our race sponsor, as you see him down here on the bottom right, got his car painted up the color of a bulldozer. We see the guys who are staying out on track. William Griffith, Ryan Pendleton, no point in pitting now. You'll be at the back. You would think Jonah Colbert staying out along with Zach Wilson and Brandon Pollock. But we got a lot of takers on pit road. Zach Wettstein, after getting into the wall, definitely wants to come down and at least get his damage worked on, if not a fast repair as a 7 car. He is dragging the ground. So definitely wants to get a hammer after that one. But pretty much everybody else outside of that first top 5 came in and to get new tires. I could see an argument for both. I think if Zach's able to come out in front, I think he'll be in a great position. At least based on how the jacks are falling, Zach's going to come out ahead of all these guys by quite a bit. Well, let's check in on William Griffith. Let's see what he if he's sweating, if he looks good. Is he nervous? You know what? Looks very stoic. Look, he's dead behind the eyes. You can tell running this league, he's lost all sanity. You can't believe it. He doesn't even come in for tires. He's just zoned out. Look at him. He's not even turning his eyeballs. Only thing moving is his arms. Really creepy looking. Sometimes that's the way you got to be out front and to get a win, and that's what he's doing right now. So. As we come around, most likely to get the 1 to green, let's go over your top 10 real quick with 25 laps to go at Darlington on the Rebel Racing Network. In the original Rebels Racing League, you got William Griffith out front, Ryan Pendleton second, Jonah Colbert third, Zach Wilson fourth, Zach Wetstein on brand new Ford tires, probably a fixed car, in fifth, Jason Lottridge in sixth, Andrew Kurtz in seventh. Garrett Kinder, haven't really called his name that much. He's really been patient, but I expect to see him come up to the front as he is a driver. That man can wheel a car, so he's going to have to get with it with 25 laps to go. Ray Page in ninth, and Michael Morrison rounding out your top 10. Brandon Wallace trying to sneak up in there. The two Joshes, the Josh and Josh show, they are running 12th and 13th. Dropped back a little bit, had a couple accidents. We saw Josh Oswalt bounce off the inside wall. So a couple guys with a lot of issues, but are able to get back into the race, hopefully get their fast repair, and try to get back in this thing as we are getting ready to go back green. William Griffith, Ryan Pendleton doing a great job on those two tires. Jason Lottridge, who stayed out, is back to sixth. So, of course, he did get a little bit of help. Yes, sir, Mr. Kevin Kinder. 13 is going to be on a mission. I'm going to be watching him. We'll keep an eye on that as I imagine these guys get up here and get a little bit racy. He's going to take advantage of it. So we're getting ready to go green. William Griffith going to have to get a good start. He's got new tires all behind him. He does get a great start. Ryan Pendleton's been racing his guts out, so he's not letting anybody by. Look, they're already getting racy back here. Let's watch this as Zach Wetstein, Zach Wilson, Jonah Colbert, Andrew Kurtz trying to. Yellow flag is out. Looks like Josh Oswalt has gone around again. Josh Oswalt in the middle of the screen here. Gets a little help from Steve Loving. Josh had a car on the outside, so he was trying to probably slow it up a little bit extra to give that car plenty of room. He goes around, the caution does come out. So after a really good green flag section of this race, we've had a couple cautions back to back. This is working out really, really well for William Griffith. He's not having to put too many laps on these tires and able to hold on to this track position. And it's here at Darlington, it's very possible that we go caution after back-to-back, caution after caution, and not ever give these guys on 4 tires a chance. Kyle Roberts with the lucky dog, so he's going to go back around, get on the lead lap. I think about this time last week, with about 20 to go, we were probably on our 9th or 10th caution. So being our 5th caution, it being Darlington, I've been really impressed. These guys have put on a great show. And I would imagine it's only going to pick up. So we're going to have cautions, one right after the other. Every position under green is going to mean a whole bunch. We see Ray Page in the 41 Chevy Monte Carlo, giving Garrett Kinder a little bit of love tap, helping him along. While we're waiting for him to rack it up, let's talk about some people that we haven't brought up just yet. Got a few people out of the race. Eric Burkhalter in the pits, obviously getting him some damage fixed. Hitman Monzo still on the track. Had a accident early. Ryan Derrick been involved in a few accidents, but still running. Car looks okay. Matt Clement in pits. Probably he's been in pit road for probably about 40 seconds as he's trying to get damage fixed. Eric's been on pit road for almost 9 minutes, so he has had some really tough damage. We are going to get the one to grow here. One to go. We're going to have 18 laps to the finish here to see who's going to take home the win. I got my eyeballs all over this second row as they have the best tires in this little pack. Pace car is off. Griff gets a nice little jump. Ryan Pendleton is going to be fed to the wolves as we get ready to go down into turn 1. 18 laps to go. Griff has a huge lead right now as these guys are going to have to fight their guts out to get past Ryan Pendleton. He's shown that he can wheel. We have caution out again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I don't I have no idea what brought out the caution. I don't see anybody. Looks like it may have been Josh Smith. Let's go back and see. Rewind it a little bit, see if maybe we can see what happened. Oh, yeah. Didn't even show up on my list. He goes down in the corner. And Brandon Wallace gets in there real hot as Josh was trying to get it woed up. Had two cars in front of him and gets a little help from behind. He goes around. That's our 6th caution. All that patience and that we had at the beginning of the race starting to go out the window as guys are starting to get desperate to try to get those positions. As I don't know what's going on, but Zach Wetstein just towed. Well, big development. A favorite to win this race is out of the race. Pulls over and jumps out of the car, and he's gone. So, not really sure what happened there, but Zach Wetstein is out of the race. There's nothing more than I would love to see, and some of these guys about third, fourth on back would love to see this thing go green the rest of the way. But I tell you, one or two people that do not want to see that is William Griffith and Ryan Pendleton, as they are really looking like really smart tacticians, as they have stayed out, taken 2 tires actually, and have gotten that track position and have yet to give it up. Had a really short run that nobody was able to get around Ryan, and Griff has just had such a lead that we just had too many cautions. So they are looking like geniuses. As we're gonna get the green flag with the lights are still on the pace car, so gonna have about 13 laps to go once we go back green. And with everybody's patience starting to run thin, we might end up in a situation where there is just constant cautions like there is right now. But I would love to see it go green the rest of the way. I would love to see these guys have to race it out. They've been beating and banging and bouncing off the wall and still kept it going with no cautions. So I would love to see more of that, and be able to highlight some of the skill that's in this series. And I especially want to see these front two as they try to fight off the guys behind them. Pace car enters turn 3. Everybody's tight on each other's bumper. Griff has control of the restart. He gets a great jump. Ryan Pendleton tried to lean down on him to see when he goes. Not a really bad restart for Ryan, but unfortunately Zach Wilson able to get to the inside of him. That's bad news for Ryan, but also bad news for, as Jonah Colbert goes down to the inside. And he's still spinning, comes back up in the track and collects quite a few cars. Brandon Wallace, the 21 of Michael Morrison, is Jonah Colbert's car is just a mess. Completely lost his front tire. I believe his left front tire's in North Carolina at this point. Should have a fast repair, so maybe he can get back to the pits and get a fresh car. We're under caution, our 7th one. That is not good for our last week's winner, as he was trying to looks like he was trying to get under Ryan Pendleton. Let's go back and just kind of see what happened. He goes down to the corner and just has to probably get on the brake a little bit too much to stay off of Ryan, and just trying to save it. Comes back up to the field, and it's just carnage. Not everybody says his tire is going. You'll have to go pick that up. But Jonah Culver driving around on a tricycle, basically. Looks like he's having a tough time turning. Let's go on board and see what he's dealing with. As you can hear the whole front of the car dragging on the ground. Luckily he's got his right tire, so he's able to turn to the right. Oh, he's not going to make pit road. Oh my goodness. And he's going to get out and just tow. Tough break for Jonas. Our last week's winner is pretty much out of the race at this point. A couple people who have benefited so far is, like I said, Garrett Kinder, who I said was running 8th not too long ago, but all of a sudden running in 4th place. He will start, unless they do a single file restart, he will start outside of the 2nd row. Ryan Pendleton will be on the inside. He is got a little bit of damage on that right side, Ryan does, and obviously on a little bit older left side tires. So a lot that could still happen, and there's still 10 laps to go. Probably going to be about 8 when we get green. Zach Wilson, who has made his way after that half spin that he did earlier, kind of put him behind the 8 ball, was able to win the battle off pit road and lost one of his main competitors, Zach Wetstein. Or Wetstein. I'm pretty sure it's Wetstein, but I'm still learning. Lost his main competitor there, and Jonah Colbert, we just lost him, so he had been running up front all race. But he will start outside front row. William Griffith will obviously get a good jump, but how big a difference are the tires now? Have we run enough laps? They sort of equalized. I know Zach is just begging them, just hey guys, let's stay green. Let's get a few laps. Let's finish this one under green, and that'll give him the best shot to win, to take advantage of that, because he'll have to make up probably half a second on the restart here. That's part of oval racing, being really good at restarts. That's a skill that's super important. Green flag pit stops, all those things are important to win races. And I know it's frustrating to have multiple restarts, multiple yellow flags, like we are on our 7th one now. It's frustrating, but that's part of it. Those are skills you have to hone in. You have to be good at them. So far, William Griffith's been a master at starting these races. Hasn't missed a beat. Let's see if he continues when the pressure's on. Got a big gap to that pace car, giving William plenty of space to make his move. He gets on the gas, gets a great restart. That's bad news for Zach Wilson. I thought Ryan Pendleton was going to get to the inside, but not able to do it. Zach Wilson with a huge run, as for some reason Griff is holding that low line. Zach Wilson going to get a run on William Griffith going down the backstretch. Griffith's going to hold the inside line, going to guard it, make Zach go around the outside, which he's happy to do, I'm sure. Zach Wilson going to clear. Is he going to be able to do it as they come off the corner? Wow, what a great move on the outside. Those new tires really making up the difference as Zach Wilson takes the lead away from William Griffith. Griff not giving up. He's going to try to, Ryan Pendleton's going to he tried to sneak in there and take the outside line, but backs out of it with 7 laps to go. He's going to have to go. You can't really be backing out of it at this point, but you see Griff trying to run down. Oh, Zach Wilson gets into the wall. William Griffith trying to go to the inside, going to come to the inside of Zach. Zach able to get it going, but Griff going to get sandwiched 3 wide, and Ryan Pendleton and William Griffith get together. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and the number 1, Brandon Pollock, just piles in there. And we are under our 8th caution again with 6 laps to go. Front runners getting together as they try to take it 3 wide. Garrett Kinder going to the outside, pushes William Griff. He tries to go down there and try to block that lane, but Pendleton was there. And so that's going to change up almost everything up here as both Ryan and William, who've had such a great race and was able to take advantage of those yellow flags with those pit stops, getting that track position, and now Zach Wilson, Garrett Kinder finds his way up to the front finally. Kevin Kinder in chat said that number 13 was on a mission, and sure enough, he was right on the money. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the Lucky Dog situation, but I would think with Jonah being the first car lap down, he would be eligible for it. We'll have to see as we come back around. Yep, there goes Jonah by the field, so he's going to be tail end of the lead lap here as he gets the Lucky Dog. As they were able to find his left front and put it back on. But it's going to be a tough task to get back through the field, get up front where he's been all race. You know, if there's somebody who can do it, he definitely is the guy with enough skill to pull that off. But man, we're just running out of time to be able to do that. I feel like the battle and the winner is somewhere in this screen right now. William Griffith able to get his position back. No, he's a lap down. Excuse me. And just looking at our front runners, who's has the speed, who's had the speed all race to kind of give it away. Zach Wilson, Garrett Kinder, their best lap so far tonight in this race is a 31.50, both of them. That's the fastest in the field tonight. Zach Wetstein actually at a 31.47. So, but he is out of the race. Jonah Colbert also out of the race, pretty much. So these two guys have plenty of speed, and I'm expecting them to put on a fireworks show as we come down to a green-white checker. Here on the Rebel Racing Network, I'm Eddie Smith again, as we are showing you the end of Bulldozer Griff 100. Original Rebels, the 1987 Rebels Classic Series. Flag man gives them the finger, tells them it's 1 to go. As we get ready for some fireworks here at Darlington, is who is going to prevail, who's going to, you can drive your butt off here and that wall will get you. So there's a fine line between driving hard and driving smart. Who is going to be able to do that? So far, Garrett Kinder has shown a lot of patience And here at the end, when it counts, he's on the outside of the front row. But our leader, Zach Wilson, controls a restart, so he's going to have the control. Garrett's going to have to do whatever he can to stay with Zach, not let Andrew Kurtz get that run on the inside of him. As we get ready to go green for this green-white checkered, Zach Wilson gets going. Garrett Kinder gets, oh my goodness, it looks like he gets snookered on the restart. Andrew Kurtz going to be on the inside of him. As Zach Wilson heads off into the first turn with a nice 0.4 of a second lead as Garrett Kinder gets into the wall a little bit, and yellow flag is out. It's like Brandon Pollock has some sort of incident. He's slow. Zach Wilson still our leader. Still want to highlight a couple guys. Josh Oswalt had an up and down race, but is still up 15 spots here at the end. So running fourth, fighting for a top 5. Great run from him. Great run up through the field. Has been looking the opposite way a few times, but still has been fighting and running fourth. Steve Loving, after getting into an incident with someone, can't remember who exactly it was, but he's up 12 spots running in the top 5. So great run for this JC Motorsports. He's carrying the banner at this point. Jason Lottridge behind him. Kyle Roberts, 14 spots. Is Brandon Wallace just plows in the back of Ray Page, obviously to skirt some post-race inspection. And we should have one more green-white checker to try to settle this. Would love to see that white flag and see this thing go all the way to the end, but I highly doubt it. I know Garrett Kinder definitely wants to go to the end because he got a little snookered on that restart and was that high line kind of got held up, and he just could not get that thing going. Andrew Kurtz able to get a good restart behind Zach and get into second place. Andrew Kurtz also having another quiet race. Him and Garrett pretty much started on the top 5 and been running all race and has taken advantage of some misfortune that some guys have had. Well, while we're waiting for the one to go, let's let's take us one more break, and let's get another sponsor ad. As we come back, we're getting the one to green. This is the last green-white checker. This is the one that's going to settle it. The next flag is going to end the race. So if we have a caution, that's pretty much going to do it. That's what Zach Wilson's hoping for. Garrett Kinder, Andrew Kurtz just wanting us to go green see if they've got anything to try to take this win away from Zach, who was the pole sitter, had an issue early on, fell back a little bit, and has been just scratching and clawing his way back up to the front. Finally gets back up there. Um, so he wouldn't mind a quick caution at all to take home this victory. Well, all right, here we go. Zach Wilson going to have control of this restart. Gets a good jump right out of the corner, out of turn 4. That's going to bring Garrett Kinder along with him, but Garrett Kinder does not get a good enough start to get to the inside of Andrew Kurtz. So Zach Wilson, your leader by about 2/10. So Andrew Kurtz is going to have to put the pedal on the floor if he's going to try to run down Zach. Any moment there could be a caution, there could be an accident. So these guys are going to have to go as we come down into turn 3, turn 4. Let's get rid of the tower. We're going to focus on the racing here as Andrew Kurtz is trying to get close to Zach Wilson as we're coming down to take the white flag. One more lap to go, one more time around for Zach Wilson. Andrew Kurtz gets a little bit tight off the corner, so Garrett Kinder going to try to take it to the outside of Andrew Kurtz. Andrew Kurtz did not get a good entry trying to defend from Garrett Kinder. Both of them are bouncing off the wall. Zach Wilson starting to pull away. They see him going off into the distance. If we go down to turn 3 and 4, this is the last chance. Does Zach be able to? Zach gets into the wall. He's in the wall. Andrew Kurtz is going to try to get a run on him. But in the end, it's going to be Zach Wilson is going to win the William Griffith Bulldozer 100. What a great race. A huge improvement over last week. The quality of driving, having to run this extremely tough track, and Zach Wilson overcoming some adversity, some issues, getting stuck back into the middle of the field sort of, and was able to come back and take home the win. As we watch Zach Wilson as the demo derby has started. Hopefully they give the winner just a little bit of time to get some burnouts. Nope. As they come plowing in, and this is a sponsored ad for the iRacing damage model. But congratulations, just a lot of fun. I love this series. I love broadcasting this series, and they did not disappoint this week. So congratulations to the top 3. We'll actually start with third place. We'll start with Garrett Kinder, and we'll go ahead and pull him up into the booth and, see what he's got to say about it. Well, Garrett Kinder, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Well, man, what a great race, man. So much better than last week. I talked about you early on. You were running 8th as these guys were mixing it up front, and I said, I'm going to be watching him. And of course, Kevin Kinder definitely let me know that, hey, I need to be watching the 13, and for sure you ended up there at the end of this race. Kind of talk me through your race, man. What were you thinking? What were you trying to do as you were kind of towards the back end of the top 10, but ended up at the front with a chance to take the win here at the end?
Man, honestly, it was just try and keep my nose clean for most of the race. I tagged the wall a couple times, but nothing too bad. And get that old Darlington stripe. Got to love those. But through the whole race, man, it was basically just try and keep it off the wall and don't run anybody over unintentionally. I think I got into Jonah pretty good there going into one. I don't know if there was a checkup in front of him or what, but ended up sending him down on the infield, and I think that moved me up into the 3rd position, and then just me and Andrew battling it out. I was trying to get up to Zach a couple times. Man, the restart before last, I made a bonehead move and restarted 3rd gear because that's just the kind of moves I try and make out here. But
well, hey,
it was a fun race. It was
they always say whatever the leader's doing, you got to do opposite. So I appreciate you trying to do it in 3rd gear. That was going to be my next question. So
Yeah, I was bad on that one. I was kicking myself pretty good giving up that second spot, but man, it was a fun race. I'm not a big fan of this track. It's a very difficult track, especially in these cars. But man, it was fun. I enjoyed every second of it. We were down there in voice comms and cutting it up, having a good time with it, and couldn't ask for anything better than a P3 out of the deal.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a blast to watch. It was a blast to watch you come back up through the field, take advantage of misfortune, and be there to try to get a win. So, congratulations on third place, man. Who do you want to thank?
Well, of course, got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch, main sponsors for every series I run in. They came on last season in the trucks and just kind of put their stuff on everything. And so it's family. Gotta love having family around. Of course, got to thank you up in the booth, Eddie. You do a phenomenal job. Man, these old school broadcasts, they're awesome to watch back. It's probably one of my favorite ones to watch back, hands down. Got to thank everybody that runs this series. Hitman, I believe Davy Jones. They're kind of the head honchos over this one. Griff, head honcho of the league. Force Rebels Racing Network. Glad to see it get revived, getting used again. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the field tonight. Everybody that had a good time, and hopefully nobody's feelings are hurt too bad.
Well, all right, man. Well, thank you. Congratulations again on third place.
I appreciate it, Eddie. Have a good.
Well, all right. Well, that's Garrett Kinder, our third place driver. Let's bring in Andrew Kurtz. Andrew Kurtz, this is Eddie Smith. You got me?
Hey, what's up, man?
Man, good to talk to you again, man. Had a great race, dude. You were kind of just chilling the whole race. You seemed to be kind of a perennial fourth, fifth place there, but you were up there when it counted, and man, came away with a second place with a chance to try to take the victory away from Zach. Kind of talk me through your race, man. What was your mindset going into this?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that was saying here in the waiting room. I mean, that was probably the most intense race I ever felt like I was in. It was super fun. I think my goal for the night was, don't hit the wall and don't cause a caution or hit any car, and achieved that until turn two on the last lap, holding off Kinder there. Got in the wall a little bit, but no, it was a fun race, and it was definitely just about staying alive and hitting your marks.
Well, nobody can blame you trying to go for the win, get into the wall. If you don't come away with at least one stripe, you weren't trying hard enough. So you you definitely did the right thing getting that little stripe at the end. I've been calling your name a lot in these cars. What do you think it is about these cars that really suit your driving style? Because you seem to be really, really quick, and you're there at the end fighting for these victories. I would be extremely surprised if we finish this season and you haven't gotten one. Uh, kind of walk me through that. What is it about these cars that really fit what you do?
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you. I definitely enjoy driving them. I'd say I prefer driving something that feels a little bit more on the loose side. We run the trucks a lot together. Those are super fun, but they're really aero impacted, and they get real tight. So sometimes I struggle in the trucks there. But like the ARCA cars and these '87 cars, I think are super fun. You really got to hang on to them. Drive with the right foot a little bit more than some other cars. So I'd say that's probably why.
Well, man, congratulations on another podium, second place. You had a hell of a race tonight. Anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs?
Yeah, just want to thank you guys, Rebels Racing Network, and of course our league here for again, having me involved here. I've been having a blast in all these races.
Well, if we could take 10 more like you, Andrew, we'd take it, man. But congratulations on sixth place and good run tonight.
Awesome, thanks a lot, man. See you.
Well, all right. Well, that was our second place finisher, Andrew Kurtz. Is we bring in Zach Wilson as he is our winner tonight. Hell of a race, Zach. You got me,
Yeah, man, I got you. What's up?
man. Interesting race. You started on pole. You had a little issue. Looks like you might have gotten in the wall or gotten loose. I can't remember at this point. You dropped back a little bit, and you just had to fight your way back up to the front, and you did that. Kind of walk me through your race, man. I feel like I've talked to you not too long ago.
Yeah, I kept earning my Darlington stripes tonight. That's what got me in trouble there when I was in the lead. Hit the wall there in 3 and 4, and it really upset the car really bad. Dropped back to fourth. Just worked my way back up. Tried to be patient. Was picking. I think I picked up 2 spots on pit road. So ultimately, it was a good night. Was able to come out with the win, even after making the mistakes that I did. So
What do you think the toughest part was about tonight? Just was it racing around each other? Was it just racing the racetrack? Was it the car? What was the toughest part about tonight?
yeah, you had to be focused the entire time because if not, this track will reach out and grab you really quick. And can get you and a lot of others in trouble really quick. So just really focused on driving the track, and it's hard to pass here. You had to time your runs right and everything like that. I think I made a few passes there on the outside. I actually took the lead back on the outside from Griffith there. So yeah, it was just a battle of attrition all night, and glad we were able to come out with a win.
Yeah, well, man, congratulations on the win. Well deserved. I think you were definitely the fastest, if not one of the fastest, all night long. To be able to come back after kind of getting pushed back into the field a little bit and get this win, man, just a great job. So, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs?
Yeah, big shout out to my sponsor, TechWorks, for all your uh, tech needs in Western North Carolina, and then shout out to Reaper Designs for the paint job tonight. And thank you guys for throwing up a wonderful broadcast, and to all the league guys and everything. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight.
Well, all right. Well, there you have it. There's our winner, Zach Wilson. Man, a fantastic race tonight. I am so happy to be broadcasting. I'm so thankful that they allow me to do this because this is so much fun to watch. I love these guys. These a great group of bunch, great group of guys, and uh, and so I'm so thankful and privileged to be able to call these races. I want to thank Phil Monzo, Hitman Monzo, Davy Jones for those who put this series on, who decided to shoulder the responsibility of taking care of it, and they've done such a great job. Really missed Justin Hendry tonight. He was one of my favorites last week, so I hope to see him back next week. Um, but quite a few drivers I think we're missing. So, but glad to have some new faces. We'll keep working on the broadcast. We'll keep um, trying to make it better, make it cool for y'all as we try to hit sort of a retro feel, try to make it feel like it did back in the day, racing these old cars, and it's been a blast so far. So I want to thank Zach Wetstein for letting me use his channel, Rebel Races Network, and I want to thank everybody that came out and watched tonight. We sure do appreciate every one of you. And if you're one of the guys in the race who watching later, thank you for coming back and watching. I hope I did you service and showed your car on screen. And if not, I'm sure y'all let me know. So thank y'all very much, and y'all have a great night. Well, actually, before I go, I reckon we'll talk about the final running order, which I seem to be forgetting. But let's go through that. Of course, we know the top three. Let's start fourth. Josh Oswalt starting in 19th position, comes back and finishes fourth. Steve Loving with a top five, great effort out of him, finishes fifth. Josh Smith, after just having so many issues, him and Josh Oswalt were doing 360s on front straightaway at some point, and Josh Smith come back and finished in sixth, one of the faster cars on the track. Ryan Derrick finishes seventh. Ryan Pendleton, probably a little disappointed, but I tell you what, he showed his skill tonight. He won the Legends race before this, so he probably a little tired, and but did a hell of a job defending that second place for so long. Comes away with a ninth place. Eighth place, Ray Page. 10th, Brandon Pollock's finished right where he started. William Griffith up 2 spots, was leading the race for most of the time, and just those tires finally gave up. Todd Schott, after having a bunch of issues, come back and finished in 12th. Brandon Wallace had an up and down night, but he finishes 14th. Or 13th. Jason Lottridge finished 14th. Matt Clemon is going to finish 15th. Michael Morrison 16th. Kyle Roberts up, let's see, 4 spots, I guess. Finished in 17th. Jonah Colbert having a disappointing end to his night. I think he might have gotten tagged or just gotten loose under Ryan Pendleton, trying to go for a pass there towards the end, and wasn't able to get back in pit road, so he finishes 18th. Hitman Monzo finished in 19th. Zach Wetstein, not really sure what happened to him, but he ended up finishing 20th, had to exit out of the race. And Eric Burkhalter and Gene Watkinson bringing up the end of the field. So there you have it. And like I said, thank y'all very much for watching, and y'all